One.
Hi, I'm Omar Ramahi.
And I'm Robert Barkoff.
Today we're doing the new business formation for Henry and Rosanna's horseback riding company. We'll start by reading the scenario first. Henry and Rosanna are both planning to open a business that provides therapeutic horseback riding for physically and emotionally disabled youth. Henry is a multimillionaire and will provide the funding and business acumen to operate the business. Rosanna has few tangible assets but is an award-winning equestrian and a licensed psychologist. She will run the therapeutic riding programs and explain the business form that will best protect both their legal and financial interests, as well as explain what other steps must they take to protect those interests.
What we recommend is that Rosanna and Henry form an LLC. The LLC gives both of them the most protection, and it also gives Henry and Rosanna leniency for specific terms. First, it gives protection to Henry on his personal assets, as well as Rosanna. Henry does not want to become personally liable for what happens to the business. If it fails, he only wants to be liable for his investment. He should never sign a contract making him personally liable for any business debts. Due to Henry's large investment amount, invested capital, he should consider limiting Rosanna's apparent authority to purchase anything from third parties. Rosanna does have personal assets of her own, and the LLC will protect her on her personal assets as well. In creating the business, Henry and Rosanna will need to clearly contract their responsibilities and duties. They should not become a limited partnership because it would make a general partner liable for the business debts. It will also take away the limited partner's authority. The second issue is the continuity of life. The continuity of life has specific terms to preserve long-term plans in case of dissolution. And this can be specifically drafted in an LLC. In an LLP, it will cause dissolution if the loss of a general partner occurs.
All right. In the free transfer of interests, the LLC ensures Henry and Rosanna stay liable for their personal assets and receive the correct shares after the business's dismissal. It should be specifically stated in the contract the proportion of shares taken for each of the owners, Henry or Rosanna, no longer wanting to be part of the business. Centralized management. Rosanna should have limited authority explicitly stated in the contract. This should prohibit her to make deals jeopardizing an amount of money or assets she cannot be personally liable for. Over time, more authority can be granted based on company performance, allowing Rosanna to make more financial decisions for the organization. And the reason a limited liability partnership is not a good idea in this case is because the only general partner will have actual and apparent authority, leaving one of the partners with very little say in the day-to-day operations. It seems that both Henry and Rosanna should have different levels of authority and responsibility specifically stated in the contract. Over time, more authority and shares can be granted based on the company's performance to Rosanna in the future. The end.